It was the same routine every Sunday. Ethan Cole would bring his 7-year-old daughter, Lily, to the corner cafe across from the park. Lily had been in a wheelchair since the accident, the one that took her mother away and shattered Ethan's perfect world. Though he had everything money could buy, the mansions, the cars, the companies, he had lost the only thing that truly mattered, peace. And Lily, sweet Lily, hadn't spoken a word since that day. He tried every therapist, every specialist, every promise money could purchase. But his daughter's silence was the one wall even wealth couldn't break. The cafe was small, warm, and full of life, a place Ethan didn't belong in. The scent of coffee and fresh bread filled the air, and behind the counter, a waitress with tired eyes but the brightest smile hurried between tables. Her name tag read, Grace. That day, Lily wouldn't eat. She turned her face away from the spoon as Ethan sighed in frustration. He was about to give up when Grace approached softly. "Mind if I try?" she asked with a gentle grin. Ethan hesitated. He wasn't used to people talking to him that way, unafraid, unfiltered. But before he could respond, Grace crouched down next to Lily, holding the spoon like it was a secret between friends. "Hey there, princess," she said softly. "You know, this soup has a superpower. If you eat just one spoon, you'll be strong enough to lift mountains." Lily blinked, and for the first time in weeks, she smiled. Ethan froze. He couldn't remember the last time he'd seen that smile. Grace's hands were gentle, her patience endless. She didn't rush Lily or pity her, she saw her. And that changed everything. After that day, Ethan found himself returning to that cafe, again and again. He told himself it was for Lily, that she liked Grace's company. But deep down, he knew it was more than that. Grace had a way of making the air feel lighter, even for a man carrying so much invisible weight. One day, he asked her, "Why do you care so much?" She shrugged. "Because kindness doesn't cost anything. And sometimes, that's the only thing we can afford to give." Those words stayed with him long after he left. As weeks turned into months, a strange friendship formed. Ethan would arrive in his black car, Grace would wave through the cafe window, and Lily would light up like sunshine after rain. Grace taught Lily to draw, to laugh, and slowly, to speak again. Her first word after a year of silence wasn't "Daddy." It was "Grace." Ethan cried that night for the first time in years, but as he grew closer to Grace, he began noticing things: the worn-out shoes she tried to hide, the tiredness in her eyes when the cafe closed, the way she sometimes skipped meals to give extra portions to homeless customers. One evening, as rain poured outside, he stayed late to thank her. But when he followed her out, he saw where she went, to a small rundown shelter on the edge of the city. Inside was an old woman coughing violently, Grace's mother. Grace worked 3 jobs to pay for her medication. She didn't complain, didn't ask for help, and yet every day she gave the world a smile. That night, Ethan made a decision that he had built skyscrapers, companies, and fortunes, but this time, he wanted to build hope.